Ahead of what could be a nasty storm this weekend, Brick Township crews yesterday finished building a protective dune along the shore. By today, the Atlantic Ocean had washed their work away. Joaquin has morphed from a tropical storm to a hurricane, and it's drawing a bead on New Jersey. All shore towns can do now is batten down and hope. Our meteorologist, John Cifelli, is keeping a weather eye on the sky. John, what's the latest?
Good evening, Mary Alice. It's hard to believe that just a couple of days ago we were talking about drought in New Jersey. We went through a round of heavy rain last night, and yes, we've seen already coastal erosion over the Jersey coastline. We're going to see that over the next couple of days, even before Joaquin gets here, as we deal with battering easterly winds. The latest for Joaquin, we're looking at 85 miles an hour. That's a Category 1 hurricane. It's moving southwest at 8 miles an hour. It's just northwest of the Bahamas right now. The tight shot shows that the upper level outflow very healthy. The storm's starting to really strengthen. It's taking on that circular look, the classic hurricane look. We see an eye starting to develop. And over the next couple of days, we're going to see the hurricane start to climb the eastern seaboard. First, it's going to jog southwest and then slowly move northerly. Where does it make landfall? That is the important question, of course. Right now, it looks like perhaps it's going to scrape the Outer Banks or head just east of that, and then take a slight turn to the west, and that means that it's heading towards New Jersey, or right now, probably the Delmarva Peninsula. I'm thinking the best bet for landfall at this point is in Monday morning on the border of Delaware and Maryland.
John, what will define this storm? Is it going to be primarily a wind event, a storm surge, flooding?
Right now, everything's still on the table, and really the storm has a lot of cards that's still holding close to the vest. I think that rain will be a big impact. We're going to see rainfall on the order of 2 to 4 inches even before Joaquin gets here. So we have another weather system, a stalled frontal boundary, that is helping steer Joaquin and keep it kind of pinned towards the east coast here, and that's going to produce some rain of its own. So over the next couple of days, we're going to see 2 to 4 inches of rain from primarily Friday into early Saturday before Joaquin even gets here. And then once Joaquin does arrive, yes, we're looking at winds, storm surge, and more rain on top of that. By the time it's all said and done, we could be looking at 4 to 8 or even more rain, inches-wise, in some locations across the state.
And how does it compare to Sandy?
Well, important that at this point out, 4 days in advance, we don't overreact and start throwing out the Sandy comparisons just yet. Joaquin could have a major impact, but it's best to just be prepared at this point. Like I said, there are lots of different scenarios that could still happen. This storm could still curve and go out to sea. So it has the impact to bring just as much, if not more, rain than Sandy. The wind field will be very strong. We will see definitely a tight pressure gradient, which will bring winds on the order of tropical storm force to a large part of the state from perhaps Sunday mid-afternoon all the way until later in the day on Monday.
Okay, very quickly, the rain we're having now, how does that affect the trajectory of the storm?
Well, the rain right now is in response to a cold front that's stalled along the eastern seaboard. So the upper level steering currents are kind of keeping Joaquin in this limbo state where we don't know if it's going to usher it out to sea or help draw it back towards the coast. So still a lot yet remain to be seen.
John Cifelli, thanks for being with us.